Everybody. So take a look at this posting. It says Atlanta ranks third in new HIV infections nationwide. Atlanta ranks third in new HIV infections nationwide. And in the post, they've been discussing different things about it. Some people are attributing this ranking to access to care. Access to care is the problem. Is it really access to care? Or is it maybe people are not caring about themselves? I've heard some horror stories. And they're wilding out. As a matter of fact, I wonder if there's a guy you guys know him. Was it Walter Hampton? His channel. He talks about it, and he lives in Atlanta and talks about it quite a bit. Who is not taking their health care seriously? Who's all willy nilly? I have heard of cases where women they love a thug. They love a man that's in and out of jail. Some of them don't want the good guy. They love a thug. And it's like those guys, if somebody been in there for a long time, you don't know how they're getting down. And it's not uncommon to be attacked, assaulted. You think a newbie coming in, sometimes they're placing bets on them. Some of these teens, and I've heard, I remember it's been a long time ago. This man, he became an attorney, but before he was a lawyer, he had worked in a prison system. These little kids, they go to be bad. It's not what you want. Oh yeah, they come in young. They out here wilding out. I guess they need to bring back scared straight. But oh yeah, but when they get in, see, but when those doors slam and then you walking in, oh, guess what? You're not as bad as you think. It's train time, and I don't mean like dun dun dun. Oh, look at her veil, and she got her train for a wedding. It's another kind of it's another kind of choo choo. People get attacked, assaulted in there all the time. I heard a girl tell me about her relative. They were in Louisiana, and she was like, "Oh yeah, they put money on." I'm gonna say hobo, as a nickname on hobo's book because he gonna need some protection in there. Protection from what? I remember a lady, rest in peace. She died young, seeming good health, just up and died. She dated a man, he was very handsome. He'd been in prison for like 10 or 12 years for selling an illegal substance. And I was like, wow, looking at him, it's not a good idea. And she said, sometimes when we're intimate, but she talked a little, kind of a little ghetto, a little raggedy. So I'm not going to say what she said. But she said, sometimes when they're intimate, he act like he's been assaulted. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you told me he's been in jail or prison for like what 10 or 12 years, because he faced you know, drug charge. He's handsome. No kidding. She seemed to be in good health. She was not using protection. Got pregnant by him a couple of times. She canceled that. All I know, they said she was at home and and she just passed away. Nobody harmed, just at home, and I kind of wondered. So who's taking a chance with their health? You have men, married men, they'll be tricking. I'll never forget this doctor. It was a black man. He was a young doctor too, and he was telling people, never forget it. He said, always use protection even with your spouse. Why? A lot of women are ending up going to the doctor and, hey, what's going on? Something is wrong. Well, only my husband. And look up, well, yeah, that's where you got it from. No, no joke. Only my husband. They even have self-help groups for women married in relationships, and they've contracted this disease by their man. So this, Atlanta being number 3 infection, is very alarming. Very in the nation. I didn't think Atlanta was that big, but this is in the nation. I've heard people tell me stories of, look up, the man has a boyfriend. I'm talking about one man. This lady married him, and she knew he was like going. She was catching him in the parks. He's going to the park with a man and hanging out and getting together. She done caught. Even the cousin told me she even caught him there before with a man in the act. So he didn't come home. She knew where to go find him. She ended up catching that disease, and hers progressed beyond the HIV. They said it was kind of weird, like he was some kind of carrier, because even though he given her the disease, she ended up dying, but he was still alive. I told y'all about them with the kids, and at the funeral, he done gave the kids to the mother to raise them. Who's taking a chance with their lives? I've had young girls in their 20s. One girl, she said, she kind of wanted to stop doing the club thing, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna guess when she maybe like around when she just turned 21." And I was like, "Well, what's going on?" She said, "No, I don't want to go." And she said to me that one of the guys, it was a young gay male, he told her, "Y'all don't know. Some of the same guys y'all checking for or hanging out in the club with," he said, "they dealing with us." He said, "Y'all just don't know." I don't find it hard to believe. I don't find it hard to believe. Yeah, he said, "Y'all just don't know. Some of them that y'all dealing with, they dealing with us too." Oh, he look good. He fine. He said he's okay. A lot of older women are getting that disease too. A lot of older men getting the disease. Why? Because they're dealing with younger women. And what they don't know, the young women are getting around too. Like the young, I was like, wow, so young. He said some of the same guys are dealing with, they're dealing with them too. Y'all just don't know. This is where we are. And thinking everything is okay. Well, it ain't gonna be my man when he don't get, yeah, yeah. Atlanta ranks third in new HIV infections. I've heard of people who have a disease and they're mad at the world. This shouldn't have happened to me, and they want to spread it to others. There are people out there like that. There was a woman upstate, never forget. It was so profound. I can even picture her right now in my mind. Caucasian female, had black hair, full figure. I mean, no, she was built nice. She wasn't real skinny. I'm just saying. Never forget it. Sitting on a sofa with her 2 kids beside her, sweater and some pants on, nice looking. She was married. Oh, no, 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 hold on. The husband didn't give it to her. No, 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 no. She was married though. They had 2 boys. They separated, and her husband, he was having an affair, so he had moved out of the house. She must have been very green. He moved out the house. She was a housewife. She did not work. He took care of everything. She decided to go out, gonna hang out with some friends. I'm gonna meet me somebody. Nothing wrong with it. I got you. I got you. That's up to you, because looks like this deterioration. Want to have a good time. Guess what she did? She met a man, y'all. She met a man, had a one night stand so green, and she didn't even take any precautions, and she ended up testing positive for HIV. Met a man, had a married young, met a man, had a one night stand, didn't even take any precautions. Ended up testing positive. Now, fast forward, when the husband found out, guess what happened? That's when he filed for divorce. He ain't coming back home. A one night, wow. I thought she was just gonna go out, get some drinks, get dressed up, flirt a little bit and dance and drink. I get you, girl. But she went out and had a one night stand. Didn't take any precaution. And that's it. So now you got a whole compounded problem. Your health compromised, and I'm assuming I hope she got help to prolong her life. But who wants to deal with a sickness that doesn't have to be health compromised? And now, what? You have a sickness, and now you're going through divorce, and you got to process all of that, and yet live your day-to-day life to see about your children. Caucasian female. It's like, wow. She strikes me as one of those, which is no excuse, oh, I get married, have my kids, but it's like you didn't even think this girl, a one night stand just like that. Unbelievable. Last, one of the homegirls that I knew, she told me something really weird. She's like, oh, I wouldn't tell anybody to date him. He's known to get around, get around. So she said there was a dude in the neighborhood. I think he hated himself. I really think he hated the skin that he was in. And there was a lady. So he was a dark complexion black man, and the lady, she was a light complexion female. They had told him, man, she already got it's paperwork on her. It's already paperwork on her, and somebody had accused her of knowing she had that disease and passing them around. And she said, do you know what this fool did? After somebody had told him about her, and they were saying, hey, somebody should press charges, yada yada yada. She was getting around. She said, he said, I don't care. He likes it natural, He's not taking. He's not going to use any precautions, and still got with the woman and had relations without taking any precautions. That's stupid. Been warned. That stupid. So the reason I say these things, it makes me wonder if people are behaving in this manner. It makes me wonder if this is what's going on. But Atlanta ranked third in the new HIV infections nationwide, ranking third. They're saying, oh, it's not, it's access to, the problem is access to health care. Do you mean they're not using condoms, protection? I just find it very disturbing. Does healthcare have to tell you about that disease is out there among other diseases? You think it takes healthcare to tell you that? Playing Russian roulette with your life. And then some people trying to embarrass somebody because their body's a child. Sometimes the best way to be is by yourself with your health. Trying to comfort somebody because, oh, they're not married, or they're a single, and they might be the happiest person right now. Sometimes the one that's booed up, got a partner or a boyfriend, or has a husband. Sometimes that's the one that's the most unhappy. Women trusting these men. Sometimes it's the men trusting women. Men trusting men. Atlanta. ranks third in new HIV infections nationwide. Let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Stay safe out there. Please be aware. It's too much dust and danger out there. Please. But this is very concerning, and especially among young people. Even older women are catching the same disease. Older men are catching it. Why? Oh, I got me a young chick. I would have told you about that. It was at America. I had that disease. Oh, them young girls, they was going for him. Oh, they going for him. They knew the man was married and didn't give a darn. Oh, they were getting with him, getting with him. They didn't care, not respecting their boundaries. And then this one over here, he's paying my rent. And the next thing you know, one of them burst out crying on the job. Can't even work. Inconsolable. Maybe should have respected boundaries. Because what they didn't know, the married man they gave that disease, honey, his wife already had it. She already left. That's when she left. She found out that she had that disease. Not respecting boundaries. Maybe they respected those boundaries when it got with that man, it wouldn't happen. This is sad. Okay, so I'm done now. So thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, please, please take care of your health and be safe out there, and I'm out.